So, you have heard this word stress, right? Have you? And you know what it is, right? I was reading on the internet, stress actually originated from the steel industry. They used to put more pressure on the steel than it can bear and then have a stress test, they used to call it. And this word has become a part of life now all over the world. And it is the root cause of hundreds of diseases today. So what is stress and how do we get it? And how can we get it out of our body? Right? Is that a question that's in your mind? Okay. See, there is a Sanskrit word called prana. How many of you have heard prana? How many? No? Okay. So prana is a word, it means life force. Okay? So what is the difference between a person who's living and a person who's dead? Anyone tell me? There's no prana. Or what else?
I guess breathing.
Breathing, yeah. That's the most obvious one, right? Person who's not living has no breath. But today's modern science, we have artificial respiratory machines. So what if we put a person on an artificial respirating machine? Will the person come back to life? No, right? Because you can make him breathe. Right? Those suction machines will push and pull out the air of the lungs. You can make a dead person breathe, but will that person regain life? Probably not, right? So that is a life force. The difference between a person who's dead and difference between a person who's living is called prana, or the life force. It's different names all over the world, right? We can call it energy. Right? What is it that keeps you running throughout the day? What is it?
Energy.
Life force, energy, right? And how do you feel tired? Give me examples. When and how do you feel tired? Yes? Lack of energy. Well, how does it happen? How does it happen? Yeah? Working too hard, too much, right? And what else? How do you feel like?
Stress.
Stress. But how do you get stress? How do you get stress?
Thinking too much. Lack of coordination between mind and body.
Lack of coordination between mind and body. What else? A lot of reasons, I'm sure. There are a lot of reasons.
Too many thoughts on the mind.
Sorry?
Too many thoughts on the mind.
Too many thoughts in the mind, okay. Maybe you want to say something? Any examples?
People and surrounding sources also.
Sorry?
People and surrounding sources as well.
Circumstances,
Yeah.
your circumstances, right?
Yeah.
Maybe polluted environment, that also causes fatigue, right?
Yeah.
What else causes fatigue? You want to say something? What else? Give me some examples.
Lack of sleep.
Lack of sleep, okay, yeah, that's one for sure. If you sleep 4 hours a day, obviously you will feel
Money
that.
stress too.
Money stress, yeah, sure. Thoughts, so that's worry, right?
Yeah.
Worry. Anything else?
Bad eating habits.
Bad eating habits? Yeah.
Muscles.
Muscles? What about muscles?
Muscles get tired.
Muscles get tired. That's like you've worked too much. Right? Yeah. So these are the causes. There may be more reasons: lack of sleep, bad food, disease. If your body is not healthy, that can cause you fatigue. That can cause you stress.
Human nature to find the new problems.
Yeah. Yeah, very right. Very right. Even when there is no problem, we find a problem, right? Yes, that is very correct. So we all know what causes a drain of the energy, but what are the sources of energy? Have you ever
Music.
wondered?
Music.
Music, okay. What else?
Sleep.
Sleep, okay. What else?
Meditation.
Food, okay.
Attitude.
Attitude.
Never say that.
What kind of attitude?
Being positive.
Positive attitude, right? So I can categorize more or less into 4 major categories. So food is one. Eating healthy, organic food at the right time, in the right quantity, gives you energy. But if you don't eat proper food, you eat too less or too much, and it's not proper food, then that will also cause stress in the body, right? Having water is part of the food. Sleep, somebody said sleep. So if you don't get proper sleep, body and mind both will be tired. If you get no sleep, one day maybe you will be okay, 2 days it will be very bad, and third day maybe you will be in the hospital, right? And too much sleep also causes dullness, right? So proper amount of sleep. Then somebody said worry was cause of stress, so music, right? Music and then keeping a mental balance, having positive thoughts, that's part of the mind. As calm and meditative mind. Let's say you have a very good life, you have a very comfortable home, you have good car, you have no money worries, but you are sitting at home and you are talking negative about people or something, you are just being negative. That will also cause fatigue, right? So having a positive mind, calm and restful state of mind is a source of energy or prana. There is one that we are missing. I want somebody to make a good guess. Breath. Yes. Because if we don't breathe, we don't live. Right? That is the importance of breath. How long can we live without food? Anyone want to make a guess? How long?
Yes, it depends on person to person.
Person to person, but there have been cases, extreme cases, in earthquakes, we have found people living for more than 45 days without food or water, right? But again, it's person to person, there's no rule of thumb. But anywhere from 20 days to 45 days, you can survive without food. How long can you survive without sleep? Maybe 4 or 5 days, that's it. How long can you survive without a positive mind? All your life? Right? You can survive all your life with a negative mind. But how long can you survive without breath? Maybe a minute, 2 at the most, 2.5 minutes at the most. Like very strong swimmers with very strong lung capacity, and they hold on breath for like 2.5 minutes. Right? But that's an extreme case. So that is the importance of breath, right? You agree? That breath is life, right? Have you ever given a thought about it? See, when I did my first Art of Living course, my question to the teacher was, why should I be paying fee for learning how to breathe when it is happening automatically? Right? So that's a good question, right? You know what? In the Yoga Chronicles, there are more than 120 different kind of breaths. And my teacher gave me a very good example. He said, do you know how many names for ice are there? How many names for ice? You know, like couple names, black ice, ice cubes, crushed ice. But if you go up north, the Inuit people have more than 100 different classifications for ice. I didn't know that. It was very, very amazing fact. Right? Same way, more than 120 different classifications of breath in Yoga Chronicles. And do we breathe properly? Do we breathe properly? Let's do a small test. Put your hand on your stomach. Just close your eyes and take a long, deep breath in. And breathe out. Another breath in. And breathe out. And relax, and you can open your eyes. Now tell me, when you were breathing in, which direction did your stomach move? Did it move out or did it move in? So people whose stomach moved out, raise their hands. And people whose stomach moved in, they raise their hands. So that is reverse breathing. You're not breathing properly, that is why your stomach is moving in. It should be moving out. So what happens is, in today's modern life, our life is so busy, we are running around, we want to be successful, we are really overstretching ourselves. We work like a machine from morning to evening. And then what happens is, our mind is so caught up, it doesn't get time to rest, then the mind impacts the body. and we start breathing shallow and shallow, more shallow and shallow. So, you know how the lungs work. When we breathe in, there is a strong muscle here called diaphragm. And the diaphragm moves down to give space in the lungs and pushes the stomach out. And when we breathe out, the diaphragm moves a little bit up, pushes the air out, and the stomach moves back. Have you seen a baby how it breathes? When it breathes in, the stomach moves up. It's very, very prominent in babies, right? Not so much in adults. So the mind and the body are linked. You agree? Your mind can impact your body. But what is the link between the mind and the body? What is the link? Anyone? It's very easy. No. Well, that is linked in different way, but there is another link which is very prominent.
Breathing.
Breathing. And why I say that? Have you seen how your emotions can change your breath? Have you observed that? Can you give me an example?
Well, if you get very nervous, you start moving fast.
Fast. When you're angry, you start breathing fast. When you're happy, you don't even know you're breathing. It's so natural and so expanded, right? So mind can impact the rhythms of the breath. Same with the rhythms of the breath can impact the rhythms of the mind. Okay? So how many of you have a home? You have home insurance? How many of you have a car? You have car insurance? How many of you have a mind? You have mind insurance? No. Okay. See, His Holiness Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, who's the founder of the Art of Living, once I was listening to his talk, he said a very beautiful thing. He said, you know, nowhere in schools or at home we are taught how to handle our negative emotions, how to handle the negativity in our mind. You know, and it's so important. You know, if you're not happy inside, you're not living a quality life, right? What do we do everything for? What do we do everything for? Why do we work? Why do we want a good car? Why do we want relationships? Because it gives us happiness, right? So to really fully live life in its full capacity and really appreciate life, really be happy, we need a mind that is really free from all the stress and negativity, right? You know, depression today is such a pandemic disease. Even children are being affected by it. And it's more prevalent in North America. It's probably because of our lifestyle, our food, because of the broken relationships, dysfunctional families. And it all boils down to stress. People are stressed out. It affects your relationship, it affects your productivity, it affects your life. So, you know, we will experience a little bit, we will have a glimpse of how breath can impact our mind, breath and meditation, right? So we will do a short breathing exercise. So I will show you how we do it. So maybe Praveen can come. So it's called Bhastrika. It's very simple. So just see how she does it and then we will do it together.
You can sit like this, but if you're not comfortable,
And you can sit on a chair as well.
cross-legged.
Yeah.
You can sit in any comfortable position actually, on the chair.
And spine should be straight.
Spine should be.
Anyway, just demonstrate that first. Just demonstrate. In, let's start. Wait. Yeah, just relax. So it's very simple. You could hear her breath, right? It's powerful breath. Right? So let's put the hands here by our side. This close. When we breathe in, hands go up. When we breathe out, hands come down. Breathe in, up. Powerful breath. Powerful breath. Simple. Just relax. Simple, right? So this is called Bhastrika. It's called bellows breath. You know, this breath is very, very energizing. So it will fill your body with a lot of prana, a lot of energy. So we will do 3 rounds of this breath, about 20 count in each round. I will do the count, and then you can keep your eyes open for the first 3-4 breaths, and then just close your eyes, and then just follow my instructions, and after that we will meditate. Right? So what is meditation now? If you haven't experienced meditation, I'll just briefly touch on it. Meditation is the art of doing nothing. Okay? So we are not concentrating, we are not doing anything, we are just sitting there, relaxing and letting go. It's the art of relaxing, letting go, and art of doing nothing. That is meditation. So you will hear a set of instructions on how to meditate, what to do, and you just follow those instructions, and it will be very simple. So don't focus on something. If there are thoughts in the mind, just let them be. Just become a witness to whatever is happening. Right? So be a witness, and being a witness is a state of meditation. Right? So without any expectations, without focusing anyway, just let it be, let it go. So we will start with a short movie on meditation, and then we will do the breathing techniques, and we will meditate. Okay?
Meditation, 3 golden principles. First is next few minutes, 10-15 minutes.
Life is good.
I want nothing. For meditation, 3 golden principles. First is next few minutes, 10-15 minutes. I want nothing. If you think, oh, I want to drink a glass of water, I want to change my position. Any wanting to do something will be an obstruction for meditation. Are you getting it? Huh? And then, I will do nothing. I want nothing, and second principle is I do nothing for next 20 minutes. I do nothing. The third important thing is I am nothing. If you think you are somebody great, someone very intelligent, you can't meditate. If you think you are a fool, then also you cannot meditate. If you think you are rich, then you cannot meditate. If you think you are very poor, then also you cannot meditate. Got it? So, you need to know that I am nothing. I want nothing, I do nothing, and nothing. If these 3 principles are well understood, then meditation happens.
Okay, let's get sit with your spine straight. Make yourself comfortable. If you're not comfortable on the floor, please use a chair. And let's get into position. Nose fist beside your shoulders, spine straight, head straight. We'll take a normal breath in and breathe out. Now all together in one rhythm. Let's start. In, 1, in, 2, in, 3, in, 4, in, 5, in, 6, in, 7, in, 8, close your eyes, in, 9, in, 10, in, 11, in, 12, in, 13, in, 14, in, 15, in, 16, in, 17, in, 18, in, 19, in, 20, and relax. Keep your eyes closed. Just bring all your attention on the breath. Observe your breath flowing in and out of the body. And just relax and let go. Just observe all the sensations. Is there any sensations in the body or the mind? Just relax and let go. Let's get ready for second round of breathing exercise. Loose fist beside your shoulders. Spine straight, head straight. Keep your eyes closed. Let's take a normal transition breath in. And breathe out. Now all together in one rhythm. Let's start. Remember, it's powerful breath. Let's start. In. 1, in, 2, in, 3, in, 4, in, 5, in, 6, in, 7, in, 8, in, 9, in, 10, in, 11, in, 12, in, 13, in, 14, in, 15, in, 16, in, 17, in, 18, in, 19, in, 20, and relax. Keep your eyes closed. Just observe what's happening in the body and the mind. Any sensations, any thoughts, just observe. Just relax and let go. Now let's get ready for third round of a breathing technique. Loose fist beside your shoulders. Head straight, spine straight. Let's take a normal transition breath in. And breathe out. And together we'll do it in one rhythm. Let's start. In. 1, in, 2, in, 3, in, 4, in, 5, in, 6, in, 7, in, 8, in, 9, in, 10, in, 11, in, 12, in, 13, in, 14, in, 15, in, 16, in, 17, in, 18, in, 19, in, 20, and relax. Just speed with whatever is happening. Just relax and let go. Keep your eyes closed and just sit comfortably. Now think of the day that has gone by. With all the experiences you had during the day. Some good experiences, some bad experiences. All the emotions that came, some were pleasant, some were unpleasant. Now with all the power of love and surrender, offer these feelings and emotions to the Divine and be free from them. And with the mind that is free, we will meditate. So just relax, sit comfortably.
Let's sit comfortably and easily. And let's close our eyes. And slowly breathe out. As you breathe out, relax your arms, shoulders. Let's take our attention to our navel region. Have all your attention to navel, stomach, abdomen, liver, this region. Breathe in, as you breathe in, expand your stomach. And as you breathe out, pull your navel in. Squeeze your tummy. Once again, breathe in and bloat your stomach. And as you breathe out, pull back your navel. And relax. Become aware of the weight of your body. Once again, take a deep breath in. And as you slowly exhale, place the entire weight of your body on the chair or the floor you're sitting. Become aware of any unpleasant feeling, sensation. And just accept them. Do not try to get rid of any unpleasant feeling. Little more attention in your navel area. Let this feeling of jealousy, loss, betrayal just be there. Let it consolidate. Let any negative feeling that is there solidify as you breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Accept all these negative emotions. Let them be there. With a smile on your face, take another deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in with a smile and breathe out. The feeling a sense of loss, grief, jealousy, or love, just let it be. Have your attention on the stomach, liver, abdomen, navel area. Observe your breath. It's either steady or shaky. It's either warm or cool. Take a few deeper breaths. And keep relaxing the whole body. Dive into that sense of loss. Embrace any negative feelings or sensation with both your arms. Embrace all the negative feelings, restlessness, discomfort. Once again, take a deep breath with a smile and breathe out. We're not in a hurry to get rid of any stress or strain. Will assimilate the stress and transform it. Few more deep breaths. For our breath can bring metamorphosis. It can change all the negative feelings into peace and harmony. Become aware of your mind. The mind is surrounding the body and pervading every particle of your body. You are in and outside the body. Our attention can transform mud to gold, gold to diamond, and all negative feelings can become peace and compassion. Keep your attention on the navel region and observe any pleasant or unpleasant sensation. Deeper breath in and relax. Let every particle of our being be peaceful. Let every cell in our body be rested this very moment. Another deep breath in, and as you breathe out, relax more. Let go all your efforts and simply relax. Shannostu Tripade Shan Chatushpade Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. And slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings. Take another deep breath in and as you breathe out, relax even more. And again, take a deep breath in. And as you slowly breathe out, let you open your eyes.
was your experience after meditation? See, everyone is smiling. How do you feel? Okay. How was your experience? Calming. Okay. Anyone else? You want to share your experience?
Yeah, my feet are still sleeping.
Okay. That happens when you sit. Want to share your experience?
Less stress.
Less stress. Okay. Anyone else? Yes?
No, just a sense of calmness comes into
Okay. Don't you want this peace, the calmness, the restfulness all the time? You want it? Yes? See, that is art of living. Living in the moment, being restful, being in a meditative state of mind all the time. Not just 15-20 minutes a day, no, all the time. And that is living a very balanced life, being happy and joy, having that inner connection. It's a very, when I reflect sometimes, it's a paradox, we spend half our life, more than half our life, working hard to make money. And then the rest of the other half, we spend that money to gain back our health, We lose the health because we work so hard and we are running around like a machine. And the other half, we want to regain the health and we spend that money. That happens in this modern day life. Whatever you experienced, there's a practice we have called Sudarshan Kriya. It's a breathing technique which was cognized by His Holiness Shri Shri Ravi Shankar. And that practice, the experience that you have now, when you practice that breathing technique, you get the experience, it is maybe 100,000 times more than this calmness that you experience now. There is no comparison. When I first did that breathing technique, that was in 2001, it was something like out of the world for me. And at that point of time, I was very, very stressed. I had a lot of problems, health problems. And the first time when I experienced this breathing technique, there was such a sense of fulfillment and such a sense that I'm so connected with my inner being, so much satisfaction, So the joy just swelled up from within. And over a period of time, as I kept on practicing yoga and these breathing techniques and good food eating habits, my health improved dramatically. When I started, I had blood pressure issues, which is improved dramatically now. I had a back problem. Some of the people who know me from that time, I had injured my back at that point of time and I was not able to stand straight or walk straight, and doctor had recommended a surgery. But I was able to avoid the surgery and living a pretty normal life. And there are so many other benefits, health benefits. You feel relaxed, you're more efficient, effective in your life, you're more productive. And then, there is a deep inner joy. You can call it a sense of satisfaction, happiness, a connection with your own inner self. There's a beautiful story that I heard and I really like it because it really fits, in our life. And there's a professor from a very renowned university who's visiting a rural area, and he goes and he has to cross a river. So there is a ferryman who takes him across the river. So this professor opens his laptop and starts doing something. So the ferryman asks, "What is this?" Professor says, "Have you not been educated?" He said, "No." He said, "Well, you lost 25% of your life already." Then he says, "What is this?" He says, "Oh, this is a laptop, computer. Don't you know about these?" He said, "No. Oh, you've lost another 25% of your life." Then the professor says something else, and then he tells a ferryman, you've lost 70% of your life. And then suddenly there is a storm in the river and the boat is sinking. So the ferryman asks the professor, do you know how to swim? The professor says, no. Well, you have lost all your life now. That is our story, because something that is so important to us, like our own inner peace, our breath, our health, the level of energy we have, we don't pay attention to that. Our own mind, right? We don't pay attention to that. We pay attention to our body. We want to look good. We wear good clothes. We work out. We do makeup. We pay attention to our hair, but not to our mind. Well, it is so essential for a good quality of life. Right? You agree? So that is the insurance for the mind. How many of you want it? And there is a very beautiful saying by an Indian saint. His name was Kabir. So I will translate it in English. I don't know how much effect it has in English, but in Hindi it is very effective. So he says, what you want to do tomorrow, do it today. And what you want to do it today, do it now. Because in a moment you will be lost and you will never be able to do it. He is referring to us, to our mind, to clear the mind of negativity, to be in the present moment. The nature of the mind is to be either in the past or the future, or the nature of the mind is also to hold on to negativity. That is the nature of the mind. How many times this thought has come to you, oh, I'm not lucky, this never happens to me. Right? That is one example of how the mind can be negative. Right? So we teach this very powerful breathing technique called Sudarshan Kriya in a course, and it's called the Art of Living course. It's spread over 4 days. We start on Thursday evening and Friday evening, and Saturday and Sunday during the day. And then once the course is complete, you learn the technique. You can practice it at home. It takes about 25 to 30 minutes a day. And once a week, you come for a follow-up here at the center. And over these last 10, 11 years, I've been a teacher since 2006, and even before I was a volunteer with Art of Living. I have never seen a single person who was not happy with the course. Not even a single person. Yes, not everyone keeps up the practice. A few people are regular, a few people are not regular, but not even a single person has said to me that I regret coming to the course, or I don't like the technique. After practicing the technique, everyone is blissed out, stress is gone, and all those benefits they see. So I invite you to join this course. It's being held on October 10th, and it will finish on October 13th. So take out the time from your busy life and you will be happy. The art of living, we simply say, is the art of living in the present moment. When you are in the present moment, you are happy, full of joy. You can overcome stress with your breath. When I was in school, the motto of my school back home in India, it's a very famous school called Bishop Cotton School. The founder, the school is about 160, and it's a 65 years old school. The motto is overcome evil with good. I think that's a verse from the Bible. So